Hi, my name is Matt Brandwood. My Patreon username is also Matt Brandwood. I am 22 years old and I am from Adelaide, South Australia. This is my Game Nights audition, and this story is the reason why I've started building more budget decks. Now, for a bit of context, my playgroup is a relatively new playgroup. Together, we've been playing for about a year and a half. Most of us have only really been into Magic for a little bit over 2. And when we first started, our playgroup was definitely more towards the 5-6 range. Most of us just had pre-constructed decks, or I was rocking a Scarab God deck with every zombie I could find at my local game store. No card draw, no mana ramp, just zombies and basic lands. But over time, as we've really started to enjoy the game, invest a little bit more into it, we've definitely brought that playgroup level up from a 6 more towards a 7 and 8, which has made the games faster and a lot more fun. And I remember one game very specifically was sort of the turning point where I realized that financial investment definitely does not equate to power. I remember it was a 4-player game, myself, 2 of our locals, and then a new guy from my work called Rich. And Rich told us about his budget decks, in particular his $8 Elsha the Infinite deck. And I remember it was towards the later end of the game, and I was sitting there all smug. I had all of my engines set up and ready to go, and all I needed to do was untap one last time. Now, the thing about Rich was he was a much more experienced player than most of the people in our playgroup, and as a result, he pointed out the little combo that was sitting there, which was a Karmic Guide, a sack outlet, and a convenient amount of mana the next turn with one card in my hand. And so, he noticed something and turned the entire table against me. And by the time it came back around to my turn, I was sitting on 3 life. Now, in my mind, I had no problem. I had a sacrifice outlet, I had the Revelark in hand, and I also had a way of draining all of my opponents with a Blood Artist. However, on my upkeep, Rich very conveniently mentions to me one thing that I had completely forgotten. That brand new shiny Mana Crypt that I had pulled from a mystery booster the week before. And I remember that exact moment of, oh my god, I am going to lose to a coin flip. Now, I was very stupid in this situation because I rolled a dice. And whenever the gods of magic, aka the card, says you flip a coin, you flip a coin. And as a result, the dice rolled, it came up odd, and I died to my own Mana Crypt trigger. Now, the deck that I run is Netherite Apex of Death, and I realized I don't actually need a Mana Crypt, but I just wanted to use it because it was cool. And so as a result, my deck building got better from that moment. I learnt how to actually build decks based on what they want to do. And it was also one of the funniest moments that we've ever had within our playgroup. And that is the reason why I've started to build more budget decks.